Range Rover is proud to partner Monocle on Design on Monocle Radio. Every Range Rover is created to elevate leaders' lives with cutting-edge design, connected, refined interiors and electrified performance. These qualities drive every Range Rover to deliver unrivaled luxury. This vision is inspired by the same values that created this icon 55 years ago. To hear how Range Rover is elevating leaders' lives, tune in to a special season of On Design Extra, in which the Monocle team meet the innovators, trailblazers and design leaders who are inspiring the Range Rover journey. Listen out for those special programmes soon on monocle.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Monocle on Design and Range Rover, elevating leaders' lives.
This is Monocle on Design Extra. It's a short show to accompany our weekly programme where we discuss everything from architecture and craft to furniture and graphic design. I'm Maylie Evans. We head to South London today to marvel at the Dulwich Picture Gallery. There, a recent major architectural development project has transformed the offering of the world's first purpose-built public art museum. Monocle's Sophie Monaghan-Coombs went along and sent us this report.
The Dulwich Picture Gallery in South London sits on an unassuming road. The grand building was designed by Sir John Soane and opened in 1817. Its lack of windows made it an architectural marvel. Its status as the country's first public art gallery gave it a novel manifesto: art for the masses. Now, 200 years later, the Dulwich Picture Gallery has had a bit of a refresh. Its outside areas redesigned and the creation of new places to explore. I'll hand over to director Jennifer Scott to describe what's new.
In the past, we've occasionally had sculptures in our gardens, but now we have a sculpture garden. And the idea with the sculptures you see here are they are to be interacted with, played with, and they really feel part of the landscape. And a key feature of that is in the new zone of our sculpture garden called the Lovington Sculpture Meadow. We have a platted meadow, a land earthwork by Kim Wilkie, a brilliant landscape architect who has created this series of mounds. They look like a croissant to me, that curve around, that becomes like an outdoor amphitheatre and a space for kids to run over, for people to picnic on. Behind that, we've planted 130 new trees, which becomes like a canopy of green as they grow up.
That's not all. There's more that's changed here. An extension on an existing cottage in the gardens means that school groups can now have somewhere to sit and eat their lunch. And there's a new entrance to the whole site that makes it more accessible. The gallery has also relocated the classic British telephone box that lives here. The roof of Dulwich Picture Gallery inspired its iconic design.
And then the jewel in the crown of this project is the Art Play Pavilion. So designed by the architect Carmody Groark, this single-storey cube is a space for under-8s to play, to actively get engaged with, all the fun of creativity.
That art pavilion is really what I'm here to see. Designed by the London-based architecture practice, the building appears a little understated from the outside.
The Art Play Pavilion is a simple square form plan building, and it sits itself in a kind of hinge point in the landscape. My name's Andy Groark from Carmody Groark. It angles itself to the two entrances to the gallery gardens. So when you first encounter at the gates the Art Play Pavilion, its facades, its faces meet you straight on. So you see these big overhanging shadowy canopies and you see these big characteristic circular windows. Soane Gallery is characterised by its windowless facades and top light. Whilst we have top light in our square form plan building, we also have these very big circular characteristic windows, which with the overhanging canopies give you this invitation to explore not only the landscape, art in the landscape, but also invite you to participate in the art play pavilion inside and outside the building.
The pavilion has been subtly designed to sit within the grounds of the gallery and to not create too much discord with the main Sir John Soane building.
We felt it important to use some of the references that Soane, some of the motifs that Soane was using, but also create a much greater sense of openness and welcome. So the building, our art play pavilion, extends its welcome beyond its interior to the wider landscape.
Enter the pavilion and you are transported into a dreamy wonderland. Bright light comes in from above to illuminate the colourful space, and it's hard to know where to look first. At the delicately painted clouds which surround the tops of the walls, or the cloud-like swing with its plush spherical lumps in shades of grey and blue. At the pinks and purples of the central seating area, or the giant radiating sun-like slide.
So it is set into different zones that take inspiration from the historical paintings within the gallery itself. You slide down Jacob's Ladder, you run over Canaletto's Bridge, you swing in a cloud that's inspired by Poussin, and all of those elements are just a way of children really being immersed with play.
As well as pulling its inspiration from the masterpieces housed in the original gallery, everything here has been carefully created by the arts organisation Hold Collective. Soft toys are made with hand-painted fabrics and some of the cushions are filled with lavender. As I wander around, I can't help my hands reaching out to touch all of the tenderly made things that fill the space. Just as the gallery itself was created back in 1817 with loving exactitude, this new pavilion feels of that spirit. And art for the masses now intentionally includes the very youngest ones.
We unpick those human elements of our history and lean into that. And the fun that exudes from this place, the warmth of being in Dulwich Picture Gallery and feeling that everybody of all ages can interact with art, can find quiet areas for contemplation, places to come as a group, places to come on your own. And all of it goes back to that integrity of purpose, what we're about, unlocking art for everybody.
For Monocle in London, I'm Sophie Monaghan-Coombs.
Thank you, Sophie. That's all for this week. If you're eager for more design stories, then listen to our main programme, Monocle on Design, airing on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. London time. Or if you prefer print, you can pick up a copy of Monocle magazine. It's available on all good newsstands now. Today's episode was produced by me, Maylee Evans, with editing help from Hunter Wang. Thank you very much for listening.